why are you striking?
Why am I striking?
Fair living wage to live in this area where we work.
Yeah, and VMC needs to care about its employees.
They don't?
They don't. They don't want to pay us, but then they can buy that? That's crazy.
And how do you survive then if they're not going to pay you? I mean,
You got to work 2 and 3 jobs.
Move out of the area.
Move out of the area.
Move to Hollister just to afford to live.
So this is a matter of survival? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
Yep.
like this day, losing a day's pay is making it so I can't even pay my rent. It's making it hard.
But I mean, there's all this wealth in Silicon Valley. Where's all the money?
At the other hospitals.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a surgical technician. I've been at the Valley for a year. I've been a surgical tech for 16 years. And at the OR techs, they do a lot of hard work. We see a lot of bad things. And we deserve to get a pay raise. We deserve to make a living wage here in the town of Clara County.
How long have you been on strike?
This is our first day on strike.
For our department.
For our department, yeah.
So how many workers are out on strike? It seems like there are a lot of people out.
Hopefully everybody.
Yeah, hopefully everybody.
Hopefully everybody went on strike. Hopefully the nurses support us. I hope the docs support us. I hope our management supports us because they know the type of work that we do. We care about our patients. It's not about that we don't care, but it's funny to me how management always wants to throw in patient care. We care about our patients. You should care about our patients.
Because I'm supporting my fellow coworkers.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm actually a temporary in data integrity.
How long have you been a temporary?
Pardon me?
How long have you been a temporary?
It's been a few months. Yeah,
So you're supporting your brothers and sisters.
exactly. Because I love my coworkers.
My name's Sue. Our problems are with staffing, patient safety. What's happening? Like we don't have the equipment that we should have. They make unilateral decisions at the administrative level without talking to staff, which they should go through the family. So, for instance, they moved a clinic. They moved a clinic out of the east side. They moved a clinic out of the east side and away from the people that use that clinic. Moved it over to the west side. Didn't talk to the staff, didn't talk to the patients that they serve. There's all kinds of short staffing because the people who work for the county are underpaid by more than 25% than all the surrounding hospitals. We have a real problem with staffing because people come to get trained. We're a great hospital. They come in, they get their training, but then they leave. And they go to other hospitals that are going to pay them more.
Raina. I'm a housekeeper here at the main campus.
How long have you worked here?
4 years. 4 years, yeah. So, yeah, one of my main issues is the fact that they're trying to make us pay 2% of our premium from insurance and then give us 1.5%. I mean, that's, basically bullshit. So, yeah.
You can't survive.
Can't survive here. No, not in the Bay Area.
How do you live in Silicon Valley, one of the most expensive places in the world?
We struggle. We're struggling right now. I'm basically paying triple the rent right now because I lost a couple of roommates. So now it's crunch time. So yeah, it's affecting me and it's affecting my sleep. But I'm out here and I'm fighting for what's right. So you got to.
How long are you willing to stay out?
How long am I gonna stay out? I don't know. Till I get tired, till I can't walk anymore, maybe. Yeah.
So this is a struggle for your life, your future.
Yeah, I mean we're making history right now.
Yeah. Is this your first strike?
It is actually. Yeah, my mom worked for Kaiser back in the 80s and they did a strike one time. I remember her going while I was a child. And so ever since then I believed in this strike. I've been here all my life. I was born here at this hospital actually, 67. Yeah, so it's ironic, right?
My name is Dave Longcore. I'm a vice president of the Clara County SEIU 521 chapter. We are currently ULP striking for the last 8 days, or 8 days business days of contracting, over the unfair labor practices of the county, walking over our contract and not recognizing our contract and voiding our contract.
How did they void the contract?
So we have a contract in place to protect our workers, whether it be from days off to requesting time off, release time for workers to do union business, or protecting our workers so that they don't undoubtedly move from one location to another one without notice. So that way they're not given a 24-hour notice. Instead of working at this building, we're going to move you, you're going to work at this building tomorrow. So the county has voided that contract, language, and has moved or wanted to move the Department of Family Resources Centers from the east side to the other side of town off of Julian.
All those teachers in Chicago, and that's amazing.
Same issues?
Same issues, low pay, low wages, unfair working conditions.
So you think there's a national strike wave taking place and workers fed up over?
I didn't think so at the beginning. I just thought it was a few, but then you start seeing the repetitive motion of it. It was our sister union, our same local, but down in Kern County. They struck last year in November for 10 days. Then it happened here. We had almost Kaiser go on strike. We had the teachers in Oakland and Berkeley on strike. We had the VTA almost go on strike. Monterey, Santa Cruz. Now you hear about Chicago, the GM auto workers back in Detroit. It's happening everywhere. Survival. I mean, everybody's looking out for their own because that supposable economic downturn. But it's not a depression, it's a downturn. Downturns could be a plateau, but they're still bringing in money. But they're saying that they don't bring in enough money.
From the fund, from the federal funding, yes, he is.
So he's buying other hospitals and you're not able to survive here?
Yeah, we're not. 3% raise, what is 3% a year raise is what? An average what? What's our inflation rate? It's less than the inflation rate. Tell Jeff Smith to get our paycheck and he tries to run his house. Let's see if he can do it. It's not easy.
And where do you live? Do you live in San Jose?
I live in Santa Clara.
Is it hard? Because a lot of workers say they have to commute.
Yeah. If I have to commute from Gilroy or other places, it's going to be more costly for us to run. We can't afford it.
Is this your first strike?
That's our first strike.
Are you ready?
I am very much ready.
Sandy. Well, for me personally, we haven't had a decent cost of living raise, and I've been here since 2006, and
So
we
you're
have
a long-term employee.
Oh yeah, and I worked for the county back in the 70s as well, for 7.5 years. But anyway, they just don't. We don't get promotional raises. So the only kind of raises we get are cost of living. So if I know there's a lot of other issues that they're striking about, but for me personally, I'm living check to check, and I almost had to move out of the state last year so I could afford to retire. I'm 71. So I would just like more than even what they're offering. Even what we're asking for it will help a little bit anyway. We just need more. I'm a medical administrative assistant.
And why don't they have money? Is Santa Clara the richest county in the world?
I know that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But they keep saying they don't have enough money.
And is there a lot of solidarity here? There's a lot of solidarity?
Oh yeah, I think everybody. In fact, a couple of doctors just came out and on their break and stuff, and took a sign and started walking up and down with us. So yeah, everybody really understands and is supportive.
So how long do you plan to stay out?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to the union reps about that. I'll stay out as long as they ask us to, even though it's tough when you're not getting paid.
My name is Andrew Hardy. I'm a nurse in the emergency department. I've been here at the Valley for 16 years. We're here, we're in a separate union, RNPA, nurses union, and we're united with SEIU today in support of, the county, making and bargaining in good faith with them and their contract. And
this is a rich county, one of the richest in the world. What's the problem?
Yeah, Yeah, we're trying to figure that out. You know, we want to be inside, you know, working, taking care of the patients of this county, and we are one of the lowest paying hospitals around, but we all choose to work there because of the culture of this place and because we serve a lot of underserved people around and their families. And you know, we're just fighting to try to bring our benefits and pay up and equal the other hospitals nearby. And this is the first time that I've been here in 16 years where I felt this kind of unity and support amongst, you know, the cross union and amongst a lot of people that, you know, tend to not voice their opinion as much, but now with the strength in numbers, people are coming out. So yeah, hopefully the county will want to bargain in good faith and we'll get through this.
The problem is there are like 800 job postings for the county, but they are not hiring them. Many of those are for nurses, but they're not hiring them. And so what happens is, like, nurses will come in, they will work to get their training for a year or two, and then they're going to leave and go to a higher paid job. So what happens is the people who've been here like 10 years end up having to train people over and over and over, and then they leave, and then they leave, and then we're ending up with a huge lack of the middle people. So we have a lot of novice nurses who are brand new out of school, and we have some beginning nurses who are like a year or two in, and then we have a big lack of competent nurses. And this all comes from a model of Patricia Benner out of San Francisco, the University of San Francisco. And then there's
who's she, University of California, San Francisco, or
yeah.
UCSF? Well, what's her theory?
So her theory is that with nurses you have novice who are brand new graduates. They don't have any experience, but they have a lot of book knowledge. Well, they need to be trained by competent nurses who remember the book knowledge, but also can recognize when patients are sick and what they have to do for them. So you have novice, and then you have beginner, who are people who've been here a year or two. Then you move up to competent, where now you can handle it for the most part. But then from there you move up to expert, which is 5 years or more. You have to have the experience to be an expert. You can't just learn it. You have to see it. You have to see patients who are sick. And so the experts kind of lose the beginning language of the books, right? So experts go in and they know this person has this and this is what we need to do, but it's hard to translate that to words for the new trainees. And so when you don't have that middle core group who are close enough to the book smarts, but also know when a patient is sick and what to do, you're losing a big part of the training.
So is that harming
if you were to go and do a Sunshine Freedom of Information Act, and you were to pull the nurses at Valley and say, I want to know what the information of how many have been there, like how many years have they all been there, you're going to see this huge gap of those middle competent nurses, because they can't stay here. People here don't make a living wage for California, even if they want to. Like, I'm very committed to our population. I want to help the underserved. I want to provide care to this, certain population. But many people can't afford to even live here. So they have to go to other hospitals where they pay more. And it's true of it's true of the whole area. Like the same with the SEI who are picketing right now. They're all the staff, the pharmacists, the X-ray, CT scan, techs, HSAs, not to mention across the county of district attorneys.
Why isn't there money here? This is a wealthy district.
Well, that's what we would like to know. That is exactly the question we would like to know.
We've got billionaires here, Silicon Valley.
This is I'm sure one of the richest counties. California is its own, like California is the richest country. California is like the 5th richest gross national product, richer than all the countries besides like U.S. overall, Great Britain, France, whatever.
But there's no money for the workers
here. There's
here.
no money
Public
for our health care, for our patients to receive quality health care that's fully staffed, that's not exhausted from having to work double shifts, that has the equipment that they need, that's supported, that feels supported. Like Jeff Smith basically called all these people who show up every day for work despicable for doing this. I think he's despicable, because these people work hard, and you should be trying to figure out a way to make this work.
Okay, thank you.
Because maybe they don't have a license, they don't have money for gas, and they have to travel all the way across town and find rides to get there. So it would leave them without getting the services that they need to survive in our community.
A lot of your members seem to have problems. They have to commit long hours, housing.
We are roughly, I want to say, 50 to 75% of our members don't even live in our own county. So I know about 30% are super commuters where they have to travel over 2 hours. And our wages don't sustain living in our own county where we provide services. We have to move outside of our county, over 2 or 3 counties away, to be able to live and survive and be able to provide food on our tables. We have some social workers who can't afford to live in this county, but then when they're doing social work for the people, for the public in our communities, they are on demanding overtime, mandatory overtime of 14, 16 hours, where it's unsafe for them to drive even home, you know, the 2 or 3 hours where they live. So they stay here and they live in their car because they can't afford to live here. And because of the mandatory overtime. We have the 911 dispatchers who are undercut by more than 50% of their workforce. They have 8 workers on a shift, and they're supposed to have 14. And so when they went and did the 911 dispatch 2 weeks ago on a Saturday, mind you, not a normal holiday business or whatnot, not business as normal, a high volume day call. The county had put in to have 15 essential workers for that day of work, and they normally run 8. The union granted them because it was the 911 dispatchers. We don't want our county being misplaced if a 911 call and someone's dying on the other line of the phone call. So we gave them the 15 even though they run 8 normally.
And this guy Smith, what's happening with the executive? I mean, the Silicon Valley's got billionaires, a lot of wealth. I mean, why isn't it going to the workers, the public?
So, you know, and that's the other too. I don't know if he's just trying to, you know, talk about pocketbook, but yet he got a 4.8% raise last year, and he's only offering our own workers 3%. And he calls us despicable, and we don't even take over 1/3 of the payroll of our county, but yet we're over 50% of the workforce. It's inequality and unfair. And we try to put in for some of our low-wage workers that child care. So they're on mandatory overtime to get them some child care so they don't have to try to run and super commute home for child care. But yet they don't want to add it to our contract. They don't believe it belongs there. No help for our low-paid workers for child care. You know, he says it doesn't belong there. You know, the county has gone to the point of such great lengths by delaying our bargaining by 1 month. We were supposed to start in March. We called and asked. They gave us a date, March 26th to start. When it came time in April 20th, when we had our first meeting on a whole month, over 4 weeks, and then in June, they asked us to extend our contract as they slow-walked us and only offered us less than 2% a year. And now we've gone 7 months to get them to come to 3% a year. And they can get more. Our workers deserve more.
How many workers are on strike here today?
I want to say there's over 2,000 workers here, but that's only our day shift. There's over 4,000 workers at this hospital. We also have a swing shift and a grave shift. I know, and we do have workers inside that are essential workers, but that's very minimal.
So, where's the money?
I don't know. You'd have to crack open the piggy banks and find out where they're hiding it.
There are a lot of billionaires in this valley, aren't there?
Yes, there is.
You have a problem with that?
I do. But yet, I've grown here. I've lived here for over 30 years. I mean, mostly as a renter. I'll be a renter probably from the day I die because I can't afford to buy here. They say $150,000 to be able to purchase a home here, and our low income wage area. Me and my wife's salary alone doesn't even make $100,000. We score by at 110. We don't even qualify for low income stuff because we make over $100,000. We can't afford to buy. We can't afford for low income assistance or low income housing assistance.
So Google wants to build some housing here. You think it's going to be for your members?
We want them to find places to build housing. You know, Stanford's offering billions of dollars to our county for them to build housing over there, but it's only for their staff and for the public.
Are you guys union?
Oh, yes, sir, bro.
What union?
Oh, Local 405, you know.
United Brotherhood of Carpenters.
So you're supporting this picket line?
Oh, well, we work here for the county. We're a general contractor, but we have a lot of work going on. But, you know, we stopped for today to help out and support, another union, basically. So we're just here trying to, you know, let them know that we're here for their support.
They're happy you're out here.
Well, yeah. We're just, you know, everybody's aware of what's going on right now. So, I mean, we're just here doing our part.
My name's Loretto Miles Somera Construction Co-ing. You know, stuff like this, man, like they were saying, it happens in like, 40 years was the earliest, or the latest, I'm sorry. And, you know, to see something like this be part of history, man, that's something to be, you know, something to be proud of. So, you know, to see everybody out here, it should state that, hey, we're all here together for something. 3% ain't enough, as everybody's saying, you know. Property value goes up for the house, all the rentals, everything goes up, but what about the wages, you know what I mean? So, hey, it's a good thing people are protesting. It's about time.